Hello, Ryan.
Okay, here we go.
So, we are talking today about YMZ, which is the pendant you're wearing right now.
Yep.
And Callista did the macrame for it. And I've been structuring YMZ for about 9 months or a year now. It's a process that came to me because the fluorite and rare earth elements material from China was energetically toxic. It was actually draining people's chi. But, I was paying $5,000 for pendants before, and it's called modern YMZ, made by the 3 professors in China who did know how to make their crystal formation positive. But once I got the structured YMZ, I realized that actually this technology could spread to many people. So could you tell us about what you've experienced and how long you've worn the pendant?
Yeah, well, I just started wearing this a few days ago. Callista has been helping to turn a few of these into pendants and has done this beautiful macrame work. So she had a selection and she told me to pick one, and this one was calling out to me. It's not the biggest one, but it has a bit of a curve to it. It has a bit more of a rounded kind of profile, and I don't know, there's something about it I really liked. This one to me felt a little more sci-fi for some reason. So I just put it on for the first time about 3 days ago, and that day in particular I was having a lot of coffee. I have a very low caffeine tolerance, but we were going to cafes and you got to buy a drink, so I had kind of a lot more than my quota, and usually when that happens I end up being quite twitchy and I have a very frenetic ADD type energy. It's very hard for me to focus, and I found that with this I didn't have that issue. It felt kind of like it was a battery and that it was drawing in any kind of excess energy that I was putting out. And so I was able to be super focused, get a lot of work done. I wasn't suffering from the same kind of distractions that I usually have when I have a lot of caffeine. And then that evening, when I usually start to wind down, I usually start to want to relax, I was still going, and I felt like it was giving me that extra boost in the evening. And so I ended up having an extremely productive day. And it just felt like a stabilizing force, kind of like, a battery plugged into the grid. When energy levels are high, when there's a surplus, it stores it, and then when energy levels are in higher demand, then it puts it out. And I've been sleeping with it, just been wearing it 24/7, and I'm feeling high creativity, high focus, feeling a lot of drive, getting a lot of great inspiration, and lots of motivation. So it's been a productive few days since I started wearing this.
That's wonderful. Well, at night you see the beautiful green plasma glow. I mean, it's amazing watching that plasma, isn't it?
It was pretty amazing when I woke up to use the toilet at like 3 or 4 a.m. and to see that it was the brightest thing in the room. It was almost illuminating.
It sends a beam. That's the plasma coming from it.
Okay, yeah.
So plasma connects you to the source, the 0 point.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yep, so it is actually a 0 point device.
Wow.
And we know that YMZ, the night glowing stone literally in Chinese, was only worn by the emperor. And the whole point was for him to open his celestial eye, his third eye.
Oh, okay.
So it's working.
It's working, certainly. Okay,
Well,
I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes within a longer period of time, and I'll happily report back once I've got more data.